All right, hello everyone. I'm back again. I'm here to showcase what I've done with my app. I started working on this last year in the summer, and then I stopped after the summer ended, and then I started again in the next summer, which was this summer. I've been putting a little bit of work on it, and honestly, I realized that I made a huge mistake by not using Qt Designer and just hard coding all the different positioning things for the app, like positioning the buttons, the graphs, and stuff. And just PyQt, maybe I'm stupid, but I think like PyQt makes it so difficult to hard code that stuff. And it was just so difficult to get everything to align, and some things are just not aligned in the right way. But this is not. I don't want this to be like a UI design showcase because it's not. It's really just a functionality showcase. Most importantly, a SQL showcase because I've been learning SQL and I just wanted to put all of that. And see how effective I am at SQL. So, and I think I was pretty effective. I did some cool things with SQL, nothing too complicated, honestly, but I do know how to use SQL now. And actually, I learned a lot about SQL by reading this book right here, Practical SQL. A Beginner's Guide to Storytelling with Data. Very good book. Learned a lot from it. It does a lot in PostgreSQL, but you can apply that to most other iterations of SQL. But anyways, let's get this showcase started. So to start off, I did lose my trusty companion. I did have like an image of my mascot. His name was Bill the Dollar Bill. But yeah. Anyways, I'll get that guy again sometime. I'll just have to redraw him and you know. Anyways, so start a new plan. You enter your name, a name for your plan. We've seen this before, so I'm just gonna put YouTube as the name. You press enter. Here you go. How much do you make per paycheck after taxes? And this looks pretty similar to what I showcased last time, but we see down here there's a weekly and bi-weekly button. So if you're getting paid weekly or if you're getting paid bi-weekly, that will make a difference. So let's put, for example, I don't know, 1,500. We'll do bi-weekly. We'll hit enter. How much do you pay for rent? Let's say we pay, I don't know, 1,300. And oops, accidentally I added a zero. It's 13,000. Boom. According to the numbers you entered, you're losing money monthly. If this is the case, this app will not help you. Stop using this app immediately. Anyways, 1,300. There we go. How much do you pay for utilities? We could put $80. How much you spend on bills, internet, phone bills, subscriptions, blah blah blah. Once you spend on transportation, do 120, recurring payments, none of that, thank you. When was your last paycheck? Now this is also new. So if we do the last paycheck, let's do it 2 weeks from today. And oops, and we hit continue. It'll give you the breakdown of your spending, and this was also in the last showcase. Pretty cool. I like it. Could work a little more on the colors, but you have a little animation over there. Continue, and what is this? Why is there a white square in the middle? Okay, the white square is gone. I'll have to fix that some other time, but I don't know why there was a white square there. Right before I started recording, there was no white square, but as we see, so we've entered the date of the last paycheck as the 8th of, what's the month today? August, yes. And so it automatically saves that into SQL, and then it generates paychecks, upcoming paychecks. So it generated this paycheck, and then it changed the color of the box in the calendar to show you that, yes, you have an upcoming paycheck. And it only generates paychecks for the current month. And then if we were to go into another month, it regenerates it as soon as you enter that next month. So anyway, pretty cool. So you can traverse around the calendar however you want. And if we go here to the 8th of August, we enter, let's say we bought some food for $20. Why not buy some KFC, baby? You already know. We'll keep it as food, and we add the expense here. And each box has its different table. So if we switch to the 15th, you'll see that that disappeared. If we go back here, it goes back here, and it's saved to your user in the SQL database. I have the table and the expenses on the table saved as a JSON file on my as a column that contains a JSON file for the user in the database, and I'm using QSQLite actually. So let's say we go to the 15th. I remembered on the 15th I went grocery shopping. I spent $100. Or just put random. And if we look here to the top left corner, we see the monthly balance, which is calculated based off of your budget. As we've seen from the chart from the earlier screen, we had our budget. And so if I add $100 here as an expense, it would automatically update that, and it'll show me that this is my budget now, which is pretty cool. So let's add another thing. Let's say $50 shopping, clothes. I'm just going to populate different days over here. Let's do $30 other go-kart. And then we'll do $90 other as well. Video game. Okay, cool. And so if we open the stats here, you'll see your monthly budget, $1,300. And if we look at the monthly balance, it's $1,010. So the money spent this month is $290. The monthly balance is $1,010, the same as over here. The daily average, it calculates the average spending. The average daily spending is $13.18 a day. The monthly average is going to be $290. It will be the same as the money spent this month because we only have entered data for 1 month. Next paycheck is in 14 days because... is it in 14 days? Yes, because we're on the 22nd, so 2 weeks from now it's going to be in 14 days. Days left in month is 9 days. And all of this, I get this information, I store it, and I calculate it, then store it in my database, and then I extract it from my database and I put it in here. So that was pretty cool. I'm thinking about doing another video showcasing the different algorithms and code that I used to get this stuff, but for now I just want to showcase the app, nothing much. And if we go into analytics, it'll show you a spending trend. Here we see the different dates and the different spending. It's done based off of a monthly basis. Now I can change that to however I want, and maybe in the future I'll add a button where it shows you monthly, daily, or sorry, monthly or yearly, something like that. But for now it just shows spending for the month, and it updates each month. And then we can go back to home. We can also, this is where I had alignment issues, honestly. If we go over here, okay, it's not, the graph is not even showing. There was supposed to be a little chart right here, a pie chart showing the different spending, but I'm not sure why that's not working now. I'm sure it'll be fine later. And then we can just exit. It'll exit normally. And then if we go back in, I have a settings button that does not work. Obviously, why would I make settings? You know, who needs settings? But I can go into load plan, and here's all my different plans. We go to YouTube. This would be my user ID. So once I press select, it will get all the information from my SQL database. And boom, it'll bring me back here. We can see we're on the 22nd today. Everything I spent is still there. The 15th, everything I've spent is still there. The 8th, everything I've spent is still there. Monthly balance still the same. All these stats, they're all the same. So pretty cool. Spending breakdown is now working. We have groceries, shopping, and something. What is this one? It's food. But yeah, this is where I had issues with the layout and the alignment. For some reason, I could not get it fixed, and I don't want to spend hours just trying to fix that. This is only for personal use and showcasing and just basically learning SQL and Python as well. But if I were to add another shopping expense here, let's see, $90. You don't even need a description for that. It'll automatically update on the go. So let me think. Is there anything else that I wanted to showcase? I don't think so, honestly. I think this is everything for my app. Pretty cool and simple app, but I think I'm going to stop working on this because I've had enough of Python and I really want to work with C. So I did order a Dell server, a used Dell server, and I will be working on that and setting that up and using different VMs because I really want to get into kernel development. So probably my next showcase video will be about kernel development and something like that in C. Yeah, because I really enjoy C a lot more than Python. But yeah, that was all that I wanted to showcase today. Thank you for watching, and maybe I'll do a separate video about just the code itself and the different things I did, but I don't want to keep y'all for too long. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.